Good morning class. In the last class we discussed about the creation process of commercial bank. How does a commercial bank mobilize the capital that it receives from the general public? We saw that with the help of money multiplier formula, the money gets multiplied many times and it totally depends upon the LRR ratio, that is legal reserve requirement or legal reserve ratio. So that is very important from the examination point of view, and I want you all to write down the concept and send me back so that I can give you a feedback whether it is fit enough for the board examination or not. So today we'll deal with the agency function and general utility function. These are the two topics that are left for the from this chapter. So we'll deal with the first agency function. Agency functions are some other functions which a bank performs apart from their main functions. Main functions are acceptance of deposit and disbursal of loans and advances. Apart from that, there are some other functions which a commercial bank performs. The first one is payment for credit instruments. All the credit instruments that we use, be it for the insurance premium, for the pension, for the dividends or the interest, all these things are to be paid on a timely basis. So payment for credit instruments are under the control of commercial bank. They give you a deadline, they give you a date. Accordingly, you have to pay, or you have to maintain a balance, and they automatically debit it to the concerned accounts. So it's an auto-generated facility from the commercial bank side. Second is purchase and sale of securities. Securities such as shares, stocks, bonds, debentures, all these things are sold on behalf of the share market, which have authorized the commercial banks to sell on behalf of them. So whenever we purchase a share or security from the commercial bank, we believe that it is 100% a genuine one and there is no chances of fake or fraudness in it. So we rely on it and we purchase. So it's a facility which is provided by the commercial bank on behalf of the share market, that is for the general public. Next is trustee and executor. Trustee and executor function talks about like a person X has an account in a particular bank and after some years he passes away. Then it's the responsibility of the bank to nominate someone. That is why whenever you open an account, you are asked to give a nominee. That nominee will get the fund, whatever is there in the account, that will get automatically transferred to the concerned person. So it acts as a trustee and executes the payment method on behalf of the customer. Since the customer is no more there, customer has passed away, the nominee will get the benefit, whatever was there in the account or whatever money was there in the account, that will be transferred to the nominated person. The next is transfer of funds. Since in the modern era, we don't need to carry the cash more. Everything is on an online platform basis only. That is why even the bankers or even the commercial banks have updated themselves. They provide certain facilities which could help us and which could reduce the problem of carrying cash from one place to another place. Like check facility is one, online transferring of fund is another. All these smart payments, whether Google Pay, Paytm or Bheem app, all these apps are modern concepts which help us to transfer the funds automatically from one place to the other place. They will provide a traveler's check. If you want to travel to different places, you don't need to carry that cash, but you get it sanctioned a traveler check, which will be there for the whole world package of whole trip. You don't need to carry any cash. That traveler check will help you out to reach to the place and encash it to the cash form, and you can enjoy your holidays. So these are the modern facilities which are provided by the commercial banks today. Apart from it, there are certain general utility functions which we often require, which help us to develop ourselves or develop our ambits whenever we circulate ourselves in the banking sector. Like locker facility is there. Locker facility is basically meant for keeping our valuables in the most safest manner. So that bank charges a nominal amount on a yearly basis, and that locker facility helps you out to keep your valuables, because at home there is always a risk of theft, there is always a risk of loot. So in order to prevent those incidents, accidents, we move to the banking sector, we move to the commercial banks where we ask for a locker, and in that we get a permission to keep our valuables. Next is use of check system. Use of check system in the modern era and the modern society, it is very much prevalent. Now there are two types of check. There are two types of check that we need to understand what are those. One is cross check, the other is bearer check. The bearer check, there is no as such representation. If you have a bearer check, that can be encashed at the counter of the bank. You can go and get it encashed. There is no as such rules and regulations with regards to bearer check. But in case of cross check, on the leaflet of the check, there will be two parallel lines at the top left hand corner. Top left hand corner, there will be two parallel lines. This line indicates that it's a cross check. Cross check means this cannot be encashed over the counter, but rather the amount will be transferred to the concerned person's account. The amount, whatever is written, whatever is mentioned over there, will not be given to the person who presents it to the bank employee or bank manager over the counter, but rather it will transfer to the person's bank account. So this is the benefit of cross check. Even if it gets stolen, even if it gets pinched, no one can make a misuse of it, but rather whenever it's sent to the bank, the amount will be transferred to the concerned person's account. So that is the most beneficial point from the safety point of view. Next point is letter of credit. Letter of credit is basically a faith from the banker's side. It develops a faith over the transaction level. Whenever we transact with the bank develops a faith that this person is most reliable or this person is fair enough. That is why on behalf of the customer, bank gives letter of credit. Letter of credit is basically helps the businessman to transact with the other persons. Without paying cash, he can represent the letter of credit, which would summarize, which would somewhere develop the faith that the payment will not be misplaced, or payment will not be lost if he supplies the goods to the other person. Next is facilities of transportation of goods. Transportation of goods from one place to the other place, be it in the manner of clearing of goods from the shipping or from the ship that comes. The goods are transferred from one place to the other place, but the moment the goods are left from the godown to the other person's place, there is no payment made before that. Only when the goods are received, they are checked. If the things are according to the order, then only the payment is made. So the person who transfers the good, he needs to have something in return, so that he can believe that if the goods are received, the payment will be made. For this, bank stands in between. We have discussed about discounting of bills of exchange. That is the concept over here. Bank stands as a confined person. It says that if there is any misunderstanding, if there is any difficulty, the bank will make the payment on behalf of the customer. And the last is collection of statistics. Whatever statistics or whatever graphs which are covered by the Reserve Bank of India, it is covered with the commercial bank's help. Means like what is the payment structure in our country, what is the earning capacity of the individual, in which sector they are spending more, what is their choice of purchase, whether they are investing in the share market, real estate, gold, debentures. All these data has to be calculated, and these data are calculated with the help of the commercial banks. Last one more is foreign exchange business. Foreign exchange business is import and export. Whenever we involve ourselves in the import and export business, we require someone who could develop a faith in us, and that faith is developed by the commercial bank, who helps us to do the transactions over the country or abroad and within the country. So commercial bank overall plays a very prominent role in the development and growth of the society, in the development and growth of the individual, and overall the economy grows into a bigger scale. So that is why we have come to the end of the chapter Commercial Bank. I request you all to go through the chapter. If you still find any difficulty, if you have still any difficulty, you will let me know.